ho! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, fellas! Holy Jesus, it's December 25th! Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. I figured, why not? It's Christmas Day. Hey, maybe let's do a Q&A video. I haven't done a Q&A video in a long time. Now, you see, in this Q&A video, I'm supposed to be, Santa. But the problem is, there's a catch here. The problem is, I can't really be Santa. Now, why is that, you may be asking? Well, you see, I don't have a Santa hat, so that really can't happen, actually. So that's unfortunate, but, I mean, don't really care. Anyways, what made me start YouTube? It was mostly just, I had a lot of time on my hands, especially when I was younger. Not as much now, but when I was younger, I had a lot of time on my hands, so I would kind of just, I don't know, I got bored and I started watching YouTube, when I was younger, and I was like, wow, I want to do something like this. So I took my iPad and leaned it up against a pillow. Let me just clear this thing. Leaned it up against a pillow and just recorded whatever I played, which at the time was a lot of Call of Duty and Madden. Question number 2 is, why did you choose Halo as your primary game for your YouTube channel? Well, I chose Halo because I love Halo. And one of my first games I've ever played on the Xbox 360 was Halo. And it was Halo Reach, in fact, was my first ever Halo game I'd ever played. That's why it's my favorite Halo game, and it has a very, very special spot in my heart. Yeah, that is why I chose Halo, and I just seen that, Halo was coming to PC, and I was like, man, I've heard a lot of talk about these mods that could be made for this game, and I was like, man, that could be a really good YouTube channel. Just review mod showcases on one of my favorite games, Halo Reach. The next question is why do you have so many channels? That's a good question. It's mostly just because I am so flippin' creative. Like, I want to make videos on everything I play. It's just weird with me. Like, any game I really play, I want to make YouTube videos on it. I like Rocket League. I play that game a lot. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically soccer with cars. I play it a lot. I wanted to make YouTube videos on it, and I did in the back in the day, but not anymore because Halo is here, and I love Halo. So anyways, yeah, why do I have them? That's just basically the explanation there. Is I'm so creative with myself. I want to create content on almost everything. When did you start YouTube? Well, with this channel, Icy Advice, I started this channel in 2019. I think it was like October 27th or something like that when I started this YouTube channel, just before MCC had come to PC, or Halo Reach in that chance, or in that. So yeah. That is kind of when I started YouTube. But when I originally started YouTube, I had a YouTube channel way back, and I mean way back in like 2010 or 2011. It was called XX Gaming Swag 21. Don't make fun of my YouTube channel name, please. Please. That channel is gone, by the way. It was struck down by a hater in my school, so yeah, and I'm pretty sad about that, and actually pretty mad at that person for doing that. And if I could, never mind, we're not. Yeah, I started back in like 2012, and I uploaded just random videos. It was like Call of Duty videos. I had this series that I would do where me and my dad would throw the football, and I would go for one-hand catches and like crazy catches. And I was pretty good at doing that. It got a decent amount of views as well. I did not have as much, viewers or subscribers in this term on that YouTube channel before it was ultimately struck down by a hater in my school. That's a story for maybe another video in the future. So yeah, when did I start YouTube? Originally 2012, but when I actually started pursuing YouTube a lot harder, 2019. All right, the next question is, did you ever have a channel before you created Icy Advice? Well, we kind of answered that in question, the question beforehand. Yes, I did. I have had multiple channels, like a lot of channels that have been struck down by the hater in school. And yeah, so my first channel, like I said, was XX Gaming Sag 21. Then it was the Gaming Beast. Then it was the Gaming Bros. And then it was Rocket Wolf YT. Let's see here. What other channels that I have? I I had like some other weird channels. The Racing Fan, that was like motocross videos. Yeah, that's pretty much. But the main one that I had before Icy Advice that I would actually consider a genuine channel would have been definitely the XX Gaming Swag 21 channel. The next question that we've got is, what's your favorite game of all time? Halo Reach. Like I said in the earlier questions, Halo Reach is by far my favorite game I've ever played of all time. It's definitely a battle for number one, though. It would either be Halo Reach or the MX vs. ATV Unleashed. Them two games have a very, very, very big spot in my heart. Them two games were absolutely incredible when I first played them. Halo Reach, I think I got earlier on. I think I got it in like 2010 when it first came out. So, yeah, my favorite game of all time has got to be Halo Reach. The next question is, what do you plan on doing for 1,000 subscribers? I honestly don't know. I really don't honestly know. I don't know. 1K subs is just something that I don't think I can even process in my brain if I get to that point. That'll be crazy if I ever do get to that. So at the moment in time, I'm terrible with celebrations and setting up stuff like that. So I'm not really sure. I don't know. Maybe like a video reacting to my old videos, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to see about that one. All right, the next question is, what is your top 3 saddest gaming deaths? Well, that's a really right field question again. 3 saddest gaming deaths. I would say number 1 is Ghost and Roach from Modern Warfare 2. I'll kind of play that cutscene on screen. That one is definitely my top 3 saddest deaths. Or my number 1 saddest death. Definitely Ghost and Roach, because that was out of right field. That was a crazy game. And crazy moment too. So yeah, I never was expecting that when I first played through it, and I did kind of get teary-eyed when that happened. So yeah. Second death has got to be Emil's death, and then the third is going to be Noble Six's death. So yeah, that's kind of my top 3. I know the last, second and third are Halo Reach, but it's definitely, Emil's death. I really was really sad when I seen Emil die when I first played through Reach, because I loved Emil. And Noble Six's death was just very, very depressing. Basically the last Spartan standing, the last Noble team member standing, fights, as hard as he can for his fallen teammates, and ultimately loses the fight. So, yeah, that's definitely the top 3 saddest gaming deaths. The next question is, what's your favorite movie? Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith. That is definitely my most favorite movie of all time. I love that movie so much. With Order 66, Anakin turning to Darth Vader, Obi-Wan versus Anakin. That is definitely my favorite movie. There is no question. There's no even debate for me. That is my favorite movie of all time. Now my next question, the next question is, what's your top 3 saddest movie scenes? Number 1 is Order 66. Just watching all the Jedi get killed by the clones. The second one is after Obi-Wan defeats Anakin. That was definitely up there in the top 2. And my third one would have to be... Oh, I got it. This is a TV show, but it's kind of a movie. I'm going to consider it part of the movie. Mandalorian Season 2, when Grogu and Mando separate ways. I got teary-eyed for that part. That was a really sad part. That's definitely my third. So, recapping, number 1 is Order 66, that whole kind of segment. Second one is Obi-Wan's, kind of his last talk with Anakin as he burns alive on the Mustafar planet. And then the third one is Mando and Grogu parting ways. Those are the top 3. Now the next one is, do you plan on releasing / making any big projects such as machinimas or montages again? Let's see here. I'll answer that by saying yes. Me and my team, I guess you could say, we're working on something for a machinima. Montages, don't really know. How did you come up with the name Icy Advice? Well, I was honestly sitting in, not this chair, an older chair that I had, but I was just sitting in the chair, leaning back and forth, rocking back and forth, thinking of how I'm going to start this YouTube channel on Halo. And the original name for that channel was going to be Frosty Advice. If you guys know, Frosty Advice is my Star Wars Battlefront 2 or Star Wars modding channel. So yeah. And then I kind of thought, I was like, Frosty Advice. That sounds really good, but I don't really want Frosty Advice to be my name. I was like, Icy Advice. Icy. Yeah. So Icy Advice. That's how I found or came up with the name. What's the deep lore behind your name? Well, the deep lore is, well, I was in Skyrim and I fought against this guy named Icy Advice. It was a dragon. And he almost killed me, actually. He almost threw me off a cliff. Well, he did, kind of. I tumbled down the cliff. Nearly died, but I actually landed on some ice. And I got this frost power. And I was able to shoot ice at Icy Advice, this dragon. And, well, one of the shards actually punctured his eye and killed this Icy Advice guy. And he actually had a dog tag on him, and it was Icy Advice. And I ripped that off of the dragon, and I put it on. I know it was actually on his finger. So yeah, I actually ripped it off of his finger. I took his finger out of the dog tag, and I put it around my neck. And that's the deep lore behind the name Icy Advice. So yeah, anyways, guys, that is a Q&A video. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. That was just such a weird ending there with the deep lore part, but there you go, you learned the deep lore of my name. So yeah, my name is Icy Advice. Have a great Christmas, you guys. I hope you guys get the gifts that you wanted. And yeah, my name is Icy Advice, and I'm signing out. Peace.